Big exciting news as suddenly a push to get a bill done and a deal done is underway, as the Problem Solvers bill is the focal point of this channel. But out of nowhere, Mnuchin and Pelosi are negotiating around the clock to get a deal done on their regard. But tonight, the presidential debate heats up. Biden versus Trump, a night in which the economy will be front and center. So will an executive order be announced by the president during tonight's debate? And could we find out the outcome of the stimulus negotiations? Big developments, and this is LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Afternoons LA with expanded coverage tonight about the presidential debate, Biden versus Trump, the first presidential debate of the fall season, with incredible focus on a lot of issues. But the number one issue remains the economy. The moderator has confirmed the economy will be one of the topics discussed tonight, and certainly the economy and its rebound or lack of rebound, and its stimulus and lack of stimulus will be front and center. The question of not, of course, that viewers of this channel have been asking is whether an executive order will be announced tonight, or at least teed up, or whether now we will certainly find out details about the second stimulus package negotiations. If you're not subscribed, go to the French channel, subscribe, and certainly this is the time to subscribe. The fastest growing community on the net for a reason. We really try to help one another get it to the finish line, and the Purple Power has done incredible efforts with this channel today and this week, and getting people the money that they need. Also like this video because it's going to be the most comprehensive video you're going to see today about the debate, specifically about stimulus. Normally this time slot is for EIDL and rent, but today we're going to be focusing on the presidential debate tonight. The presidential debate in Cleveland will focus on a lot of topics, but the number one topic that most people are going to be tuning in for is the economy. Most viewers have said, most people polled nationwide have said, that the single most important issue for them going into the debate is the economy. It's their jobs, their livelihood, their rent, their money, their ability to make their mortgage, all those type of issues and more. As we sit here in early, middle, late September, the economy is at what it's state now, but the situation is getting worse. As Jim Cramer said this morning, we're heading to the fall. Restaurants won't be able to sit outside. No one's going to sit outside and think of snow and eat. Restaurants will be shuttered. We don't have PPP. We don't have money. We're going to shut down things. We're running out of PPP for the first time. Things are going to get very bad very quickly. And they are. So that is among the questions that the president's going to be asked. So, two possible answers will come up tonight. First, the president will announce something on the keys or the terms of a executive order-ish like statement. The president has done it before, and tonight he could do it again. More about that in a second. Additionally, second, will he give us guidance as to what's going on with Mnuchin and Meadows and Pelosi? He certainly should, because he's been briefed about it extensively. More about that in a second. But let me start with the executive order. The executive order remains really one of the key issues as we go into tonight's debate. The president has not extended executive orders that much this month. Generally, the president does about 6 executive orders per month, and he has only done 1 or 2 so far. And so this is a clear time and turning point for him to do something like that. The president has usually used major events or times of major press coverage to do major announcements. He did last week when he announced that $300 check to come for people who need relief to get money for their medicine that are elderly. And he did during a press stop on his press campaign. And that shortly thereafter, that became a executive order. Well, that is the thought and wishes of a lot of viewers that tonight it'll be much the same. The president can do executive order. He can do executive order for stimulus checks. He can do executive order for FPUC. And a lot of people have asked me, can we get 2 types of stimulus checks? Oh, yeah, he can. He could do his own stimulus check, and the Congress that have introduced now their new, crazy bill last night could be a second round of stimulus checks. As one commenter said in an earlier video today, imagine the ultimate Trump card. The president tonight in the debate says this. Well, the Democrats introduced a bill last night from Nancy Pelosi, and the bill's $1,200 checks for adult dependents and, $1,200 for single individuals, but minor dependents for $500. You know what? I'm going to issue executive order for $2,000 for everyone. Imagine the reaction. I mean, that's how you win a game. That's how you do it. You do 10 times better than anything that your opponent is doing, and that's exactly what Americans would want. Of course, if you did this for 6 months, that would be even better. 2,000 Jack for every 6 months. That would be insanely great. Could he do that? Yes. Would he do it? Oh, certainly he would do that. Will he do it? Don't know. We simply just don't know. We're going to tune in and certainly find out. This is a big twist and turn. And the president generally does executive orders by announcing them and then sort of slowly putting them to paper a day or two later. So the mere announcement of it does not create an executive order. Next, this was not even a permutation last night. The president could certainly respond to a question tonight with indication of how close the stimulus package negotiations are between Pelosi and Mnuchin. This was not something we thought was happening last night. Last night we thought the negotiations were off. Last night we thought the congressional leaders were getting on their planes and flying out on Thursday and leaving us high and dry. Oh no. Apparently the president has been briefed hourly, repeatedly throughout Tuesday morning by Meadows and Mnuchin about changes to the bill since last Monday. Well, not last Monday, since yesterday. Making revisions. She makes revisions. Then they come back. She talks with Mnuchin. Then Mnuchin talks with Meadows. And Meadows talks to the president. Ironically, the president spent, an hour preparing for tonight's debate, but he spent a lot of time, according to Meadows, talking about stimulus just today, this morning alone. So do you think maybe a person would want to announce that during a presidential debate? I am helping you. I have another round of PPP coming. I have this coming. I have that coming. And take credit for all of it. Oh, it just sounds sort of like him. Yeah. Only problem is this is not a bill yet. I mean, it's not a law. Well, it's actually not even a bill practically, but it's not a law yet. And as that one airline executive from United said overnight, it's like, stop with the bills. Just give us a law. Well, tonight he could actually take credit for it and suggest that his party is going to formulate a deal tomorrow. Imagine the reaction that viewers would have watching a presidential debate, learning they're getting all this incredible stimulus. Of course, he could do that, or he could do the antithesis, which is talk about that Joe Biden's wearing a hearing aid tonight, and that Joe Biden's senile, and that Joe Biden needs to take a test for this and a test for that. Okay, that's how you sort of go off the rails when you could be doing something incredibly productive and winning people's votes over the other way. Ultimately, moderates are the ones to win over in votes tonight, not your party. There's a lot of undecided viewers who are going to decide tonight who to vote for, potentially, and telling them you're going to give them economic relief is certainly a way to do it. There's a lot of bad news across the country. I mean, I hate to make this joke because it does, in fact, impact people's lives, but Chuck Schumer would be thinking about what happened today, which is Chuck Schumer, who is the guy who did a standalone bill for Broadway, not a standalone bill for your checks. Well, today Broadway announced they're remaining dark until the end of next year, or at least the middle of next year. The New York State Commission says that they're going to keep Broadway closed until 2021, at least 6 months later. The Metropolitan Opera House announced on Wednesday it's canceled its entire season. Shows like Hamilton, The Lion King, Moulin Rouge are absolutely going to be shut down. And the last time it shut down, the industry lost $1.83 billion. Meantime, the airlines are really under fire, and that's certainly going to be a topic the president could discuss tonight. That what's going to happen with the airlines in 2 days? The airlines could lose hundreds of thousands of employees, shut down routes, and is the president going to step in and give a stimulus package that is going to solve the situation? As Peter Cadrillo said, chief economist at Spartan Capital Securities, we're not out of the woods yet. We need to get this done. The question is whether we'll get this done. I think we're in a sideways position. Just we're going to do it like this, or we're over the trampoline. The question is, traders are looking ahead of the first debate between President Donald Trump and nominee Joe Biden set for Tuesday night. Some Wall Street analysts believe the first debate of the cycle could be more consensual for the markets than most debates, with a clear victory by one candidate possibly creating significant market moves. So this was not even a topic that I was expecting to cover in this broadcast, which is that perhaps the Wall Street will look at tonight's debate and make a dramatic move tomorrow based upon how they feel that one candidate overwhelmed everyone else in that debate. Everyone knows what they're going to get with Trump, for better or worse, says Peter Brockvar, chief investment officer at Bleaky Advisory Group. The question then is, what does Biden deliver? If Biden doesn't kick any balls in his own net, then the market will take that as a win for him. Interesting. In other economic news, the Conference Board said consumer confidence jumped more than expected, which is good, but the stock market is down based upon bad sentiments across the board. 300 comments yesterday. Let me answer some of this right now. Gladys, now all the time Nancy is for Trump's tax returns. The woman is obsessed. We need to see her tax returns. I love that. Ginger, so we're supposed to vote if we don't like either candidate. I'm angry. Peter Eggers, doesn't look horrible, could be a starting point there, but they're out of time. Well, not necessarily. We still have a few more days. 1st, October 2nd, things could be done literally within a few hours. Robert Lee, someone or someones are getting very rich off of this. Oh, they are. There's all those salary raises. Sheila, it's everyone's fault, including President Trump. It is his fault. Carlita, they're all to blame. Everyone could have helped the American people. Amen. Dreamweaver Serenity. Hey, a lot of things are starting to really take a bit hairy, aren't they? First of all, we're told there's a deadline of October 1st. Now that has changed. It's not really changed, but the airlines are the airlines. You know, you got to believe them for what they are. It has not changed as a deadline for most of their employees. They got the pilots out of the situation, but the pilots only about 1,000 people for one airline, and the airlines are, the airlines. They go bankrupt and out of bankruptcy all the time. Michael Watts, first, all of them in office need to be gone. Michelle Marine, President Smart, he'll cough up executive order to do the checks. Now is his time. Amen. Shelby, Purple Power, remember to vote. None of the current politicians. Enrique, talk is cheap. We need stimulus. Do it right now. Get the executive orders going. Robert Torres, when the whole pandemic's over, I'm moving to Canada. Michael, time for the people to protest Nancy's refrigerator. Renee, we got this, Purple Power, keep moving. Diana, we're in a huge mess and Biden or Trump better be honest with us. Frederick, LA, do a cold reader for a bill and do a quick show, please. I could be missing a lot of facts. I did that, actually. That was what I did last night. Malaya, everyone in LA seeking tomorrow's circus debate. I love that. Evilness, a lot of people out of their wits' end. Vivica, Vivian, we need to go through this like some people are struggling through. Alicia, at some point, we want a People magazine spread. At home with Mr. LA, house tour, day in the life, cooking tips, beauty regime, me time, significant others, and pets reveal. I love that, Felicia. Margaret, I would love to know if Biden will show up for the debate. I think everyone would love to know that as well. Kurt, would you have thought you would have thought you'd be quicker on the new bill. Mike G, you must be sick of talking about this. No, I'm not. Vicky, Dems and rhinos are to blame. I'm so tired. Big developments, and it's all going to be unfolding. We got the debate tonight. We got the negotiations unfolding. We have the reaction for the Purple Power. We have the push for the problem solvers. We have so much going on. So join me on Evenings at LALATE coming up next. Go to the Frontage channel, subscribe. I know there's going to be a lot of things going on. I know that the debate's 90 minutes long, so I understand that you may watch Evenings LA at a time slot that you normally don't watch it at. I'm going to record at the same time it always is. You can watch it after the debate if you're watching the debate, so don't worry about it. The video's there for you to watch. There'll be 2 videos. First, the afternoons evenings LA, and then Purple Power. First the check, and then Purple Power. That's starting at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. As always, stay informed, stay smiling. Also, like this video. I forgot that. Subscribe, like the video, and stay with LA for more.